What's up, beautiful people? My name is Derek Standifer, and to close out Women's History Month, I have the honor, the privilege, and the pleasure of having Miss Iman Brewton, founder and CEO of IB Divine Yoga. First of all, thank you for agreeing to do the interview. Second of all, how are you today, good ma'am?
I'm doing good. I've been resting and relaxing today, so I'm doing pretty good.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Happy belated birthday. You just turned 29, so happy revolution around the sun. And we thank your parents for their procreating of you, good man. You definitely been a light to the world. So yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Right. Thank you.
All right, so here on Solving Sundays, what we do is juxtapose solving the twists and turns of the Rubik's Cube and comparing them to how you solve the twists and turns of life. And I was talking backstage, how it's amazing to see people step into their purpose and they start to reap the benefits of planting, of the labor, of planting the seeds and fertilizing the seeds. So, man, thank you for letting your light shine. So, you are the founder of IB Divine Yoga. Can you tell the first step of solving Rubik's Cube is the belief? So what prompted you to jump out on this leap of faith and start IB Divine Yoga?
That's a really good question. So I actually started my company in 2017, I believe it was. I mean, I've been teaching yoga since 2017 is when I got certified, but I've been practicing yoga way longer than that. So I've always been into the practice. It started off, just as something personal for my own health and wellness. And then at one point, I was like, maybe I can just start teaching. And I slowly dove into or slowly walked into that area of, wanting to share it with other people. And I got certified. And a little bit after I got certified, that's when I was deciding, like, I really just want to start my own company, not even just be a independent yoga teacher, but really start my own, yoga business. Um, because I was doing, I was teaching it, but it something wasn't clicking as far as I wanted to just find my own avenue because I knew what the practice did for me, and I wanted to give that to other people. And so I felt like the best way to do that was to go out on my own rather than looking to be hired from different studios. And I wanted to give that part of myself, what I got from it and how it allowed me to grow. I wanted to start my own business and have something that people can, I can give that part of myself and what I grew from within my own practice. I can share that with other people because I knew yoga was more than just stretching and yoga pants and, the way that it's mainly modernized over here. I knew there was more to it. So I really wanted to give that aspect of it to other people. So that's when I decided I was just going to do my own thing and start my own business.
And based on the reviews, based on the classes that you've been hosting, I see all attendees of your classes have thoroughly enjoyed themselves, and you got a lot of returning clients that come to your classes. I see that you started doing couple yoga classes, and that's been amazingly successful. So I'm here. I brought her. I wanted to have Iman on the show just to let y'all know that. Man, once you plant the seed and nurture your seed and walk on faith, things kind of fall in order and just start just kind of just kind of fall in place, and you're living testimony of that.
Yes, yes. It was definitely scary, I will say, because last year I still had a job while I was working my business for years, but last year is when I really took the step of pursuing my business full time. It was around the summertime and something just kept telling me to quit my job, and I was like, well, I ain't got no serious backup plan. I had money saved up, but it was still scary, but something was just telling me to do it, to take that leap of that everything will be okay. And so, despite the fear that I had, I did it anyway and I went for it. And I was in this period of really, really resting. And like I'm big on, ancestors and spiritual knowledge and listening to my spirit. So, that's the space I was in. And it was different because I'm so used to go, 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 the logical, the way that we live over here in the West. So, to transition into that it was scary and it was different. But a few months later, my business took off because my class went viral around October. So it was like the timing was just so perfect and just the
Uh-huh.
way everything happened. It blew my mind, but it was really me taking a leap of faith and really stepping out and listening to my spirit and doing what I felt like it was time for me to do. So
Uh-huh.
that.
There's a quote that I love. The greatest things are on the other side of fear. The greatest things are on the other side of fear. So yes, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Step number two of solving Rubik's Cube. Step number two of solving life is to solve your cross.
Mhm.
And solving your cross means to identify the reason and the why. So you gave us an amazing background history of why you started IB Divines, but what's the reason? Why are you doing this work? Why are you carrying the torch that you choose to carry? I know there are a lot of benefits to yoga, and it's a great thing when people are in their passion and they're serving in their passion. But what's the real reason of why you carrying the burden that you choose to carry?
Um, um, I mean, it makes me feel alive. I mean,
Mm,
that's one of the things. It really makes me feel alive, and it's just something about giving, and even down to the reviews, and it's bigger than me as well. I think recognizing that, and because of what it did in my life, it's like it's only right to want to give that and share that with other people. So I think just knowing that what I'm doing is bigger than me, and also knowing that it can help people to bring peace and more intimacy and any all the other benefits within their own life. Um, so just thinking of things like that and just going beyond how, because the trials come, but it's bigger than the down times. You know what I mean? It's just knowing that it's bigger than me and knowing what it can do for other people, and also even what it has done for me. That it drives me because I know something very powerful and something very life changing and something that sometimes I don't even understand. Sometimes I'm like, questioning, why am I here? Why am I doing this work? But
uh-huh.
it, it's clear to me, whenever I am doing the work, whenever I'm physically there in my classes, and the feedback that I receive from people, that's when I'm okay. It's clear, and when spirit speaks to me, like, what I'm saying, just that it's like so many different things that I could say of why I do it, but it's really different reasons, and all those reasons it goes beyond sometimes what I can even comprehend, within my own mind, if that makes sense.
You started off by saying that it makes you feel alive. So when you, like I said, when you're doing the work that you're meant to do, it doesn't feel like work. It makes you feel more alive. In a session where jobs, they drain us. They take energy from us. But when we're working in our passion, after the session, we feel more energized. We feel more, more accomplished and more, more secure in ourselves. So yeah, I
Yes,
completely wholeheartedly understand the feeling that you understand that you have.
yes.
Yep. So after we believe in ourselves, after we solve our cross, that brings us to step number three of solving the Rubik's Cube and of solving life. And step number three is to fill in your corners. Now, filling in your corners means to surround yourself with people who will push you and motivate you to be the best version of yourself and to immerse yourself in a positive environment. So, Iman, what kind of environment do you immerse yourself in that allow you to operate at the level at which you operate? What kind of friends do you call confidence, and what kind of environment nurtures you so you can live out the purpose that you're living out?
um who I surround myself with is very important. Like the women that I consider to be close friends, they're the way they move in their own life. I think that definitely is a testament itself. But who they are, the people in my life who are close to me, who they are alone, just who they are within themselves, has assisted me in my own elevation in some way, shape, or form. So they are very powerful people and powerful women or men that I have come across. So um just being in spaces of healing as well, being in spaces where people are taking accountability for their life, people care about their health and well-being, and just aligning with that, and however that looks, and aligning with people who have the same values and visions and goals as far as wanting to have sovereignty over their life and wanting to be financially free, wanting to be healthy mentally, physically, spiritually. So, and I will say I wasn't always that way. Even though I've been into yoga, like, of course, I've had to learn my lessons about the type of people I align myself with, and I'll continue to learn those lessons. But I do look for the way people are living their life before they even meet. me and outside of me, just who they are as a person. And if it helps me within myself and helps me to elevate in some way, shape, or form, those are the people I surround myself with or I receive counsel from. I don't believe in getting wisdom, not wisdom, but I don't believe in getting mentorship from just any and everybody or guidance or advice. There are specific people who I go to for when I'm making big decisions in my life. When like that, and these people, are powerful people. So just with that, just I are treat themselves is a major thing. Even the environment that I put myself in when I'm by myself, self-care, all of those
Mhm.
play a part in me cultivating who I am and being allowing myself to do what I do in my
Yep.
life.
I wholeheartedly agree. I wholeheartedly concur with what you just said. A lot of times, we think about diets as just being the food that we eat, but the diet is who you surround yourself with, what kind of media that you listen to, what kind of air you breathe, whatever affects your body, what how you intake it via the five senses: touch, smell, taste, sight, hearing. However you take it in, that's part of your diet, and you have to be
Right.
very conscious of what you allow to go into your body because it would definitely affect the kind of person you are. And what you said, you got to look at people how they interact within themselves. If they don't treat themselves right, then there probably won't be a benefit to you. You have to love yourself enough to put the right ingredients in your body, or at least try. Get on the path to learn
Right.
what are the right things to put in my body. What are the right things that I should be doing to be as productive as I possibly can. A lot of times, we feel like we got these $1 billion bodies, these bodies that we only get one body, and we put trash in it. We put trash with the people that we listen to, with the people that we surround ourselves with the foods that we eat, with the water. Yeah, we just so much trash, and we have
Mhm.
to make it a conscious mission to treat our bodies like temples, with the
Right.
food, with everything from across the board. Watch what you put in your body. Thank you for sharing that, good man.
It's levels.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So, step number 4 of solving the Rubik's cube. Step number 4 of solving life is to take it to the next level. Now, taking it to the next level simply means to continue to grow, to continue to get better, never get content with where you are. If you planted a flag at the top of a mountain, it's time to find a new mountain to climb and plant a flag at the top of a new mountain. So, Miss Iman, how do you continue to grow and how do you continue to get better in the field that you are in, good man?
I think that comes with my self development is a major part of my business. They're not separate. Um, the way that my commitment to loving myself and just wanting to be better within my own life, that is a driving force for how I am in my business and pursuing, you know, expanding my business. Like it all connects for me. I think that's really what it is. um,
Mhm.
I treat my way I am being and my personal goals kind of translate into how I am with my. It's all like one bubble or one. Um, so that's really a part of it. And although my business is it's an extension of who I am. So um, really just taking the same energy that I have for wanting to stay on top of self-care and implementing that into wanting to continue to expand my business, keep the integrity of my business, and continue to offer, creativity and classes through my passions. It's like I'm doing what I'm passionate about. So it all just kind of ties into being an extension of who I am. It's just like, when you have a car, you have to keep it up and have maintenance done. It's just like that with yourself and even with your business. The energy and invest, it's an investment. So looking at it as an investment in not just my life, but in how I touch other people,
Mhm.
that's kind of what keeps me on top of, like, the goals and reaching new mountaintops or reaching new levels. And it's definitely a journey. So
It's a
yeah.
definitely a journey. You say something so profound that I want people to focus on. That she has a business, right? But it's not separate from her personal development, from her self care. Those kind of go hand in hand because the better person you become, those skills naturally transfer over to your business. The better your business becomes. There's a thing called there's a John Maxwell. He has a leadership law called the law of the lid. You only can go. Your organization can only go as high as you are as a person. So if, on a scale of 1 to 10, if you're a 5, your business, you can't operate a business that's a 9. You can't, as a person that's a 5, you can't even begin to comprehend what it takes to operate a business that's operating on a level 9. You have to raise yourself to that level in order to have a business that's thriving to that level. So continue to better yourself if you want your business, if you want your money, if you want your finances to continue to improve. Thank you for sharing that, good man. You're dropping wisdom, good man. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Yup. So the fifth and the final step of solving the Rubik's Cube, the fifth and the final step of solving your life is to see the bigger picture. Now, seeing the bigger picture simply means to keep your commitment to your commitments. You know, when you say you're going to do something, you got to do it. A lot of times, you know, we get sidetracked by frivolous things happen, or we on to something else. You know, when it's truly what it is that you're truly meant to do, you got to live it out. You cannot take certain things to the grave. Certain things you can't take to the grave. Like imagine, it's gonna sound so crazy now that you're so far in, but imagine if you had never taken a leap to quit your job and to start I Be Divine Yoga. Just imagine if you were just too scared to do it. How I'm gonna pay my bills? How I'm gonna live? How I'm gonna survive? It'll be such a detriment to mankind and womankind if you never would have taken a leap. So, how do you keep a commitment to your commitments?
I mean, it's on emotion because listen.
I feel like I struck a nerve though.
Because it's discipline. Is at the end of the day. It's funny because some years back I had this realization. We talk about being free over here in the West and freedom, but I think the freedom people talk about a lot of times is the freedom that negates responsibility. But freedom and responsibility go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? If I say I want to be free, these are the responsibilities that come with that freedom. This is the discipline that comes with that. So it's really just knowing what I want out of life and sticking to that commitment, because the emotions, as far as damn, I don't feel like doing this shit today. Excuse my language if it's kids on here, but I don't feel like doing this today. You know, even just down to me going to the gym at certain times, I don't feel like going, but I negate or I go beyond my emotions in that moment and I make it happen. I get it done. It's not, you know, just go with feel, but sometimes you gotta go beyond that and just stick to what you said you were going to do. Stick to the goals you have in your life. Stick to what you see for yourself, because yeah, we can manifest and call all these things in, but you still got to do the work at the end of the day. And that's my mentors from years ago. One of my first mentors told me when I was getting like spiritual guidance from her, she was like, you have to do the work. Like that was one thing build in me. I think a lot of times when people enter into these realms, you can just manifest everything, and to a certain degree, you know, you can manifest things, but you still have to do the work. You have to be committed to your visions, your values, you know what I'm saying, and just keep those things in mind. And there will be days where you don't feel like doing certain things, and that's okay. Allow room and space for that, but it's just staying consistent with making that choice. It's a choice every day. It's a choice that you continuously make and you just commit to. So that's pretty much
Success. I mean, you hitting it on the head. Success is the daily discipline. A lot of people look at success as the graduation. You know, oh, I graduated, I got my degree. That ain't the success. You know, that's the celebration of the success. The success is going to class every day, doing your homework every day. Those are the principles that lead to to the celebration of the success. So I tell myself, I got a checklist on my wall and I just put it up, and I told myself, if I don't do this, if I don't quit, that gives my kids permission to not do this and to quit. And you know, people are willing to do things for other people that they would not do for themselves. You have to make it connect to a stronger why. I tell when I see my kid, I don't want them to quit. I can't have them quitting. And they say, Daddy, you quit, so I can quit. I can't have that. So it gives me a different level of commitment. I show up a little harder. I keep my commitments to my commitments just a little bit on the day where I'm like, I don't want to do this. But when I don't want to do this, Your kids are looking at you. So they're gonna give you a day one day where they don't want to do it. And the more days I give them, the more days they can give me. So I try to keep the days. I try to keep the days I don't want to do it limited. Miss Iman, first of all, from the top of my heart to the bottom of my soul, thank you for agreeing to do this interview. I'm so proud of the woman that you are becoming. Because
Right.
there's a trajectory, there's a journey. I mean, I know you're not done. I know there's bigger, there's more. I know you just getting started. So like I said, keep letting your light shine. Especially, I encourage people for doing that thing to as a reminder that you have somebody looking up to you. My baby girl Ayana is 6 years old and she need all the woman mentors that she can get. She needs positive people to look up to. So thank you for letting your light shine and being somebody that she can look up to, or somebody that she can model after. I greatly appreciate it.
Take that. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So, with that being said, we have officially solved the twists and turns of our Rubik's Cube, right? And there is a bonus step. There's a bonus step. Have you ever seen somebody try to solve the Rubik's Cube by taking the stickers off of it? So, in this thing called life, if you try to take the stickers off the Rubik's Cube, you ruin the Rubik's Cube. In life, if you try to take shortcuts in life, you end up ruining your life. So, what is your recommendation on
Mm.
avoiding the shortcuts and following the long way, not the elevator, the long path to your success? What is your advice on avoiding the shortcuts and not trying to find the easy way around things?
Man, that's a good question. Ooh, I think people love the instant access and the instant gratification, and I get it. Hell, I do too. I'm human.
Mhm.
But I think it really goes down to like your integrity, and a lot of the times when you're taking the shortcut is because you think you want this thing right here right now, but you might not even be ready for it. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Mhm.
might try to take a shortcut that could compromise your integrity or your values, and you get this thing, and it be nothing compared to what you could get if you stay your course and stay your path and not compare yourself to other people.
Mhm.
That is a major thing, because for me, I was at a point in my life where it was right after college. I had to move back home with my mama. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to do that because to me that was a sign of failure. And
Mhm.
other people jobs right after college. You know what I'm saying? So if I would have tried to keep up with other people, like who knows how my journey would have went. But every step that has allowed me to be where I am right now has has designed me to be the woman that I am in this moment. And I love who I am. I love the strength that I have, and the wisdom that I've gained. So I think not comparing yourself to other people is one thing, and being true to your own journey and your own path is very important, and it's so much more worth it, because you may think you want to take the fast route, or take a route someone else is taking and get it instantly, but you could be missing out on so many other gems, and so much other beauty that could come into your life if you follow your own path and stay your own course. Like it's just so much more that you can receive from that versus trying to take the shortcut or comparing yourself to other people. Like there's nothing like your journey and what you got to do, and what you can acquire from staying on that path is just I could go in like because it's been.
Exactly, exactly. I mean, oh my, I can't tell you how beautiful it is to just to be on your own journey, your own path, and when you receive what's for you. When you're not trying to find what's for meant for everybody. Everybody got their own package, got their own gift. And you're supposed to open up your gift. And when you truly find what is meant for you, you get a different level of appreciation, a different level of love, a different level of satisfaction with your life.
Yeah.
And we all want to be satisfied with our contributions to mankind and womankind. So, ma'am, it has been dope. This discussion, this interview has been amazingly dope. Like I said, it's dope knowing you. It's dope to see that you are really taking. When people take their gifts and they monetize it and they turn it into a viable business, you gotta give your hats off and kudos to those people, man. Those are truly the people who are sovereign over their lives, that have true sovereignty over their lives. I mean, truly, truly, truly have stepped away off the plantation and have reached that North Star. So thank you for showing us the way, good man. From the top of my heart to the bottom of my soul, thank you.
Appreciate you. Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah. So if you can stay on for a hot second, when we close off. For those of y'all who's watching, y'all make sure y'all follow Miss Iman and see what she got going on. I Be Divine Yoga. Her classes always sell out, so y'all make sure y'all get in line, get on the wait list for y'all can get in on her classes because they always sold out. And y'all be great like the lakes, be blessed like a sneeze, and enjoy y'all Sunday, good people. And I'll see y'all next week.